Hey y'all, it's Amy from See Amy Draw. Welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel for the first time. I'm uploading these like back to back because I got some more Happy Mail that I want to share with y'all, and I kind of wanted to do a full-on flip of my pocket Leuchtturm. So this is one I started at the beginning of this year. And I've been keeping up with it. I've been in and out, but I had always gone back and updated it whenever I did stop using it. So we'll just get into it. So for those who may be wondering, this is the Pocket Leuchtturm, which they call an A6, but it's actually pocket-sized notebook. This is what it looks like in like brand new packaging. I will get to what's going on with this notebook in just a minute, but I'm almost done with this, and I actually have a goal to finish this notebook by the end of this month in May, because I want to start a new one. And yeah, so let me go ahead and show you kind of a flip of this. The color is called, I'm pretty sure it's called pink. I got it on Amazon. Not really my go-to if I'm gonna order a Leuchtturm, but they were the only ones that had this really pretty bright pink color. And yeah, so inside I just have like some stickers on this title page. I don't really use the index too much. I did use it for like, and you'll see some like things that weren't daily planning, because for the most part I do a lot of daily planning in this notebook, but I want to do more like commonplace note taking and stuff like that in here. So we'll just kind of skip over that. This is my first monthly spread, which was for January. I wasn't actually a huge fan of it when I finished, and I almost decided to give up on this notebook just because I think I used a couple different pens and it just looked off to me. But I did use the stickers from my Patreon from the January sub. And then I just wrote some 2024 in, so some things that I wanted to either add to my life or like keep doing, whatever. I started doing these daily doodles and I did not keep up with them, as you could tell, but I'm pretty sure if I did, I'd have filled up a full page. But like I said, I was kind of going in and out of this. So yeah, so I started it on the 1st of January, and I'll just kind of do like a little flip. I did some little doodles for the most part. When I was really into this notebook, I did a lot of doodles. This is We Saw the Boy and the Heron, and I absolutely loved it. So I drew one of like the parakeets and then some notes from the movie. This is just a sticky note, and you can see some more like just little doodles. I actually started this page on the wrong page, and I wrote a little like blurb about how I did that. No, that's from, oh, I think my husband took like a day off or something. Anyways, this is a pen test page that I set up. This is one thing I'd like to like transfer over into all of my future journals and maybe have more pen test pages in them. We'll see. I changed pens at one point. I started using a Sailor fine nib pen, and I really loved it. When you use those thinner fountain pens, you can really fit so much more on a page, as you can tell. So yeah, my handwriting got really tiny. And then 2024 planners. So I kind of had a plan of how I was going to use all these planners. Which ones am I still using? This one. But yeah, I still like this little spread though too. I wrote down some Atlas stationers. I got an order from them. And then stickers, I guess I wanted to design. I got one of those Kakimori Mori like nib pens to swatch my inks and stuff. Have I swatched them yet? No, not yet, but I need to do it before I go on my trip to Chicago. But I wrote down like the care instructions that came on a tag. We were doing a lot of morning walks, so I did a little doodle of that, and then just kind of like how I felt about them. So like I said, I did a good like little bit of journaling in here as well, and that's something I kind of want to add back to it. I would keep my design wish list, so when people would ask for certain sticker designs, I would keep them in this notebook, and this is what I would reference. This is when the new Bluey episodes came out, and my youngest they had a weather day, so they didn't have to go to school, so we just like watched all the new Bluey episodes, and that was a lot of fun. So I wrote about some of my favorites, a recipe I had tried out. These are from the daily calendars, like you can tear off the page every single day. Is a Snoopy one, and every day there's a new little comic, and I really like this comic, so I added it in there. I wrote about when Abby and I went and saw Soul in movie theaters. That was so good. I loved the movie before, but they were releasing for the first time a lot of Disney movies from the COVID year. And we went and saw Soul, and it looked so great in the movie theater. I'm so glad we saw it. And then these are like notes on creative blocks. So like this is a page that I would index up front. I don't really use the index, so I just kind of like, I don't know, maybe I'll use it in the future, maybe to like mark down, I don't know, how many pages for each month, because that changed a lot. And then I started doing these week at a glance spreads, which I really liked, but I mean, they weren't time consuming, but I did stop doing them. I finished reading Iron Flame, and I'm sure a lot of y'all, if you plan to read the book, have already read it, but I don't want to spoil anything. So I did little notes of when I finished Iron Flame, some like initial thoughts that I had as soon as I finished. And then I had started reading Better Than the Movies the very next day, and I absolutely love that book. If you have an opportunity to read it, I highly recommend. That for me was like a 6-star book. I loved it. And then this is when I did a Pilot gifted me the Mean Girls collab stuff, and that was so much fun. I got a little PR box from that, and so that was the page from the reel that I had made. There's the week of, and this is the end of January, so you can see January I used quite a number of pages. I feel like that's a decent amount. And then for February I did another monthly spread, which again I'll admit I wasn't really a big fan of after I finished it. And I was like, oh, I don't know. I'm not sure how I feel about the monthly spreads. I like the idea of them, and I do reference them, but I just can't. I haven't been able to like make one that I really like. So yeah, anyways, this is from the beginning of February. We went to Atlanta for the Galentine's planner event, and I ate so much food. And that was probably one of the most memorable things about that trip. So on the way home, I did pencil sketches of all of these, all the places we ate, and all the things that most of the things that we ate while we were in Atlanta for like 2 days. And I really love how that page turned out. More little doodles. The February Patreon was like a Lucky Charms theme, and that one was really cute. I jotted down some random thoughts, took my kids on a self-care shopping trip, and I wrote down some of the things that they had bought, so the next time we go on one, they can reference what they got. So yeah, Luke's birthday. And I like a lot, it seemed like in February maybe, I really changed the layout of these spreads, and then I started moving to like a day per page, because I, just kind of, that's the one thing I like about this style of planning, because you can really adjust the page to what you need. So some days I needed more, some days I don't. So this is one of the gaps that I had where I kind of stopped using this. I don't know if I was really doing very much planning actually, but I did do a recap of the days that I did miss, so that was nice. Then I have another week at a glance here. I really like this now that I'm looking back on them. Maybe I'll go back to them. And then I love this because I wanted to like change how I was writing in it, just to see if that would get me to come back to it a little bit more, and that helped a lot. So I did these horizontal spreads. I really like those. I don't think I did very many. And here's March. So February wasn't that big. Didn't have too many pages in February compared to like January. It's like almost half. But anyhow, jumping into March, here's another monthly spread. And for the monthly spreads, I think I've taken photos of them and uploaded them to Patreon, but if I haven't, I will, because I always get I always have people asking me how I do my monthly spreads. Here is a week at a glance, and like some grocery lists. I did some more doodles and things. Another design list, which that first one I haven't finished. I need to go back to it. And then I stopped using this planner again. All these plans are not found because I wasn't using them from Wednesday to Monday of that week. I added a currently loving page, which I want to add another one of those for this month, because it's kind of fun to see like what all I was into. So at this point I was doing an Ugly Betty rewatch, so I thought it'd be fun to draw her necklace. I love that show. And then I started adding some photos from using my Fomemo printer, and this is my husband, and if you can't tell, that's my dog Luke. And they were just like cuddling. It was so cute. And then for weekends, sometimes because I don't typically plan on the weekends, but I do want to keep a track of what I did on the weekends. So most times I will just combine them all in one page. Then it was birthday week, and I did absolutely nothing in this. I feel like this is a lot of like, maybe I did do more planning than I thought I did. I did brain dump. So there, when I have my busy seasons, I like to do these like running to-do lists in here. And this is where I just essentially brain dump everything I need to take care of and do over a certain period of time, or like in a certain week. And I'll either assign those things to a day as I'm planning my individual days, or I'll just go back and like if I have some downtime, I'll see like, okay, well, did I do this? Did I do this? And kind of try to check things off. I really like how I did the dates on these ones. And then it was my birthday. And yeah, this is all probably I wrote down after the fact. This is my week at a glance. I just did a really short, quick one. If I don't have that busy of a week, I'll just do like a little half-page week at a glance spread. And that's enough for me. And then some more doodling. I got back into doodling because Helen from Coffee Monster Co. had very similar spread, and this is where I got the inspiration for these. So if you're looking for more pocket bullet journal style inspiration, and you have somehow not started there, definitely go watch her videos and her flips too. But I really like how these turned out. Sometimes I just really didn't have the time to draw a lot, and that was kind of like, I don't know and say like discouraging. This is a recipe I found on Instagram that I tried out and I wrote in here, and everybody loved it, so I gave it 5 stars. I'm also trying to get better at not feeling like I have to fill an entire page. I don't know, I'm really weird about that. Like my brain sees a blank page, I have to fill it up. And then I added so I started using, I reorganized my office, and I have my Tombow markers out on one of those like IKEA pegboards, and it comes with like a bunch of cup holders, and I think I have 5 of them that I have sorted my Tombows out, because I've had Tombows, I've had the full 96 set for several years, back before they were like really big in the planner community, is from like when I was hand lettering. But I barely use them. But now that they're out, I grab them all the time. So I added a Tombow reference color page so I can just like test a color before I actually use it, because you can tell here. I was using them a lot. And oops, I did it again. What did I do? I think I either I set up a new planner, new journal, which that's another video for another day. And then this is into April, which most of April I actually went back and backplanned a lot of this, or just, whatever, went backwards in time and wrote down what I did. And a lot of people ask me how I do that, especially if I'm not planning in anything else. My Instagram reels, I post a couple not Instagram reels, but my Instagram stories. I'll go back and look at those. And a lot of times when I see I did something on one day, I'll be able to associate it with something else that I also did in that day. So I just add it to the list. Then we got a record player because it was record store day, and we went to our local indie record store and got some records. We did not have a record player, but we did. I bought one. I ordered one online from the same store on record store day, and we picked it up the next day. And then my kids and my husband and I all use it all the time. So I had to keep a list of the ones that we have or I had ordered, just so I can make sure I know what we have. And then I added a lot more stickers. I think I wrote out these days, and then there was a lot of blank space, so I went back and added some stickers just for fun. And then May, which is the month that we're in right now, halfway through May, this is when I got back into this again. So I have my monthly page here, which I think I prefer this because I can put it together in like a fraction of the time that it would take me to do like my March and February ones. Where is it? There we go. So like this takes a lot of time to like draw it out, but it's just, and then there's not a lot of space to write down like the things that are actually happening or, you know, in the actual calendar. This helps a lot. Still not a ton of space, so maybe in June I will do like 2 pages. I don't know. We'll see. I might need to get some inspiration for that, but I'm back in it. We had May the 4th, which was also comic book day was that Saturday, which was May the 4th, which was May 4th, which was a lot of fun because we also have a local comic book shop that is actually also the place that we go to get tattooed. Our tattoo artists all work there. And they had a flash, and I was like, you know, we got there right when the store was opening, and I was like, I'm sure there's gonna be a line, and there was like maybe 2 other people waiting to get tattooed. So I was like, I'm gonna get tattooed. So I got a little cheeky Princess Leia, because everyone always says my tattoos look really like angry or scary. I don't know, I guess. So I got a little cheeky Leia on my arm, and she's like winking and smiling, and it's really cute. I thought it was perfect. So yeah, and then this is like another one of those brain dump lists because my husband was going to be off during this week, and so I wanted to make sure I had a list of everything we needed to get done, which we didn't, but that's fine. That's what weekends and things are for. And then we had Mother's Day, which we took a road trip to Chattanooga, and in my previous video I kind of shared a little haul of the things that I got while I was in Chattanooga, including this pencil, which I've been using and absolutely loving. And then this is this current week. So back to using my Tombos a lot again. And I like changing out the headers, how I do them. I think it's just fun. And then I did a little bit of journaling in here, which I think I'm going to do more of that in this notebook, especially to finish it out, because there's quite a bit of pages left for May. But like I said, I really want to close out this notebook. This is Thursday, so this was yesterday. I forgot the R. And it was so funny because one of my Patreons had DM'd me on Instagram, and she was like, what do you do when you make a mistake in your notebook? Like, I want to see how you fix your mistakes. This actually is covering a mistake because the marker or the pen that I used to do this outline bled through my page, which was really strange because I've never had that happen with these pens. It was the Tombow Fudonosuke. It was a soft tip though. And so I just printed out a photo of my youngest just acting like a total goofball with my Fomemo printer and just slapped it on top. And then of course, right after that, I did these little like bubble letters, and I was like, something's wrong with this. And I realized I forgot the R, so I just did the little carrot top thing. For the most part, if I do a mistake, like that's not a mistake, that was just something I canceled. But like if I misspell something or whatever, like here, I just cross it out and just write it afterwards. I don't get too crazy picky because then I'm like, I have very serious, or I can have very serious blank page syndrome, especially with like new notebooks and stuff. And if I'm afraid to make a mark in it, or if I obsess over it, then that really irritates me, and then I stop using it, and then it's like, what's the point? So, you know, we're human. We make mistakes, and how you take care of them. I either cover them with a sticker or just cross them out because I don't have time to keep up with like whiteout, and especially because this paper is like an off-white. I don't have time for that. So anyways, I have some happy mail. This is a package that was sent to me by Bullet Journal. I love this sticker, so I'm going to salvage that. So I got my industrious box cutter here. But they had reached out a while ago and asked if they could send me a pocket. Oh, wow. Okay, I was not expecting this. This is exciting. Okay. Asked if they could send me a pocket notebook. So I automatically assumed it was going to be like this style notebook or this size of a notebook, because y'all, when you say pocket, this is what this is what I'm thinking. But this looks a lot different. Okay, so this is just a packing slip. So this is their Bujo pocket, what they're calling a Bujo pocket. It is made by Leuchtturm 1917. I love this foiling. It's so pretty. Now, to open this package, because I don't want to mess up this packaging. What in the heck? Okay, I think I understand now. Ugh. Okay, we're just gonna have to, there we go. I want to salvage as much as I can. Oh, because look, there's like, oh, it's like a box. Oh, I feel like I did this wrong. Okay, too late. All right, so let's see. Okay, so I guess they have like a link for a course if you want to learn how to bullet journal, which is the way that I guess the originator of the bullet journal, how he journaled and everything like that. Very different from my style. I have tried it, and some of the things that I do still use, like some of the markings, I use kind of that, and it's really interesting. There's also a book too. There's more information in here, but I can't get to it because this is all sealed. But yeah, he wrote a book. I've read that, and I thought there was some really good points made in it. So if you want to check it out, I think it's just called like bullet journal. Just search bullet journal book on like wherever you purchase books. It's very popular. Okay, so, oh wow, this comes in a pack of 3, and I'm not sure if it's supposed to be like a landscape style. That's different. Okay. Well, no, wait, hold on. These pictures are showing it as like, oh, so it's like a horizontal notebook. You wouldn't necessarily use it this way. You would use it this way. Okay, that's interesting. I wonder if it's because when you open the page, this is almost just as big as like an A5 bullet journal. It looks a little bit smaller. Hold on, we're gonna test this out. I have an A5, it's right here. Okay, here's my A5. This is like a, I don't want to call it a junk journal. It's just like a, just a fun like scrapbook journal. Let's call it that. This is that, oops, I did it again moment. Okay, let's see, compare. Oh, that's cool. So yeah, it is essentially, if you open it landscape style, it is the same size as an A5. That must be like, because I know, so bullet journal, the whole bullet journal thing really started in an A5 size notebook like this. And bullet journal with Leuchtturm makes a notebook that is specific for bullet journaling. And I think every year they have like a different color cover. But I wonder if because like, while I love this size, it's big, so it's not very like portable. So this is like a solution to that, because you could just fold it. But if you still want that same size notebook, you've got it. That's pretty cool. Oh, and even the page numbers are on the bottom, so that must be exactly what this is. So let me see. Okay, so you have 3 notebooks. Now I'm curious if each notebook starts at page 1. So this one obviously does. Or if it's like a continuation, if you're supposed to use these over like the course of, I don't know, like 3 months or a year or something. Yeah, so they all start at page 1. So, and they go to page, and it's interesting, they go to page 46. And it's interesting because only this page is numbered. So that's exactly what this is. Okay, I will admit this is very cool. I really love this concept. I'm gonna have to, I will be adding this to my setup, because I think what I want to do is I'm still going to use, this is exciting. I'm sorry, I'm getting a little bit overwhelmed because this is not what I didn't know what it was going to look like. They told me they were going to send me their pocket journals, and I was like, yeah, sure, that sounds awesome. And like I said, I thought it was going to be like this size because they have done things with Leuchtturm in the past, and I just assumed it was going to be the same size notebook. This is exciting because before I received these, I had ordered this one, and I really love the yellow. And I was like, okay, dang, I can't use my yellow notebook, but now I can. Because this is totally different. I think I am going to use this more as like a bullet journal style. I will say, the covers are not like a hard cover, but they're not exactly like a super soft cover. Like there is some like stiffness in them. Oh shoot, there's stickers in here too. That's cute. Oh, I guess so you can like catalog them. I love their little lightning bolt logo because I love me some lightning bolts. So yeah, you can use these stickers to catalog them, number your notebooks over time, and they even have like monthly stickers. That's really neat. I wonder, okay, so it's just in that one. Oh no, wait, you get them in all of them. That's wild. Well, I guess if you finish one notebook in like the same month and stuff. Okay, that's cool. I'm gonna set these two aside and we'll just look at this one. So, wow, this is really neat. Yeah, I think I'm gonna start using this for like the more traditional style bullet journaling, because like I said, I don't even necessarily take my pocket everywhere. I know I can, it's very, you know, portable and everything, but the reason why is because if you see how I kind of like journal and write stuff down in here, and this is just something I have to unlearn, but I really love a header because it helps things stand out. Like, you know, and so for a lot of these, I'll use a highlighter or I'll use markers, and I don't always use the same ones, as you can tell from day to day. Or I use my Furenosuke brush pen to like hand letter a header for a date or something, just because like I said, it helps it stand out. And I'm trying to get away from doing that so much so I can take this just anywhere and write in it anywhere I am. But I think I'm still going to use this the same way I've been using them. I'm very excited for my yellow notebook. And then I'm going to just use this more as like a, maybe just on the go, like planning and jotting things down. So these first couple pages do have like headers on them. I'm assuming you can scan this QR code to either go to that course that they're talking about in here. Yeah, so it says set your intention. So on the first page here, you have a title page here, and then this page is like intentions. I wonder if these are more just like individual goal oriented. So it says you can set your intention to help you build what's needed. So yeah. Okay, so you're giving each note, okay, I get it now. So each notebook is supposed to have its own focus and purpose. And then that's what you would kind of write up here if you want to. And then you have your index, obviously, so you can keep track, because index is very like important to like the bullet journal system. And then you can create a future log, which that one doesn't have a header. That's neat. And then from there, it says you can track your monthly timeline. I like don't want to rip this, but oh wait, it comes apart pretty easily. Duh. Oh wow, there's a lot going on in here. There's a lot of notes. So you from there you can do like a monthly timeline. So if you have like a specific goal for each, that's kind of mapped out in each notebook. You can set a monthly timeline and then create an action plan, and then you have your daily log where you would write down like your daily to-dos, and also kind of like one-line journaling style or rapid log journaling about the things that you did. And yeah, that's cool. Okay, this is really neat, so definitely check it out. I will leave a link in the description if you want to check out this new bullet journal pocket from Leuchtturm and bullet journal. But yeah, these are really cool. That is pretty much what I wanted to show you today. I had totally planned on doing like a comparison, because like I said, I thought this was going to be like this, and I wanted to see how similar or how different the notebooks were, because like I said, they do make an A5 size bullet journal Leuchtturm, but you know, it's different from, this is just like a standard bullet journal notebook. where it just goes right into the dot grid pages. And here's like a quick little flip of how I've been using it. A lot of like journaling, and then I started doing more scrapbooking in here. I journaled about when we went to record store day, our first record store day, and all the records that we bought over time. And then this is from, I got my, not my first order from High Paper Clouds, but this was like my second order. The first time I had gotten PET tape, and I absolutely love it. And then, yeah, this is, Abby and I went to eat at Milo's. If you're familiar with Milo's or you're from Alabama, you know about Milo's. And yeah, so I journaled about that. This is my Mother's Day. We went to Chattanooga. But anyways, like I said, I was going to do a comparison video, and that's nothing really to compare because they're very different notebooks. Not even like the same size this way. As you can tell, it's just a little bit bigger. Anyways, that's really neat. Oh man. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to set one up or figure out how I want to use this, and then I will report back. How about that? And then obviously when I finish this notebook, I will do a flip of the pages that I just finished, and maybe we'll set this one up together if I don't set it up before then. But anyways, let me know if you have any questions about anything I shared with y'all here, any of the pens for the most part, because I usually get asked. The Pilot G2, this is very basic, I feel like, but the Pilot G2 and 07 has been my go-to for my Leuchtturm. Very dependable. I have a whole mug full of them. I absolutely love them. And yeah, so if you have any questions, let me know in the comments below, and I will catch y'all next time. Bye.